I'm going to show you how to make a base that looks fantastic, has absolutely everything, and yet is really quite easy. Don't you go anywhere. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to another episode from me, Avomance, in my tutorial series. Today, we're starting a new series on how to build a base in Minecraft. We're going to freestyle it with a little bit of planning, and I'm going to do a number of bases for you, and this is base number 1. I hope you like it. There will be a world download in the description below, so you can come and have a mooch around. The base is not that in the background, that's the village. Let's crack on. The things you're going to need for this are approximately, because it will change depending on what you do, and I'm not going to use all of these. These are about all of this. You've got cobble, you've got coarse dirt and gravel, you've got some bushes, you've got stripped oak, you've got oak logs, you've got spruce planks, you've got spruce slabs, all kinds of bits and pieces like workstations, some foodie type stuff, a little bit of water, a couple of tools, beds, that kind of thing. Take a look, pause it if you want, and see what you need. So this is the size of the square that we're going to start with. This is going to be the inside of our base. We're going to put the inside before the outside, and this is 25 by 25. Those little nuggets are just to show me where the centre is. So rather than making the outside of the base in the building, I decided to put the pathways that will connect it all together. So I did a crisscross across the middle, used coarse dirt, some cobble, some gravel and some pathway blocks to try and make it look a little bit neat. We've also used some raised up trapdoors that can give just a little bit of extra texture. We've gone all around the outside with this as well, so as we've got complete access no matter where we are in the base. This has given me 4 sections. I think we could use all 4 of these sections for different resources. Nothing redstoney, just a little crop farm with wheat and carrots, just striping across so they grow faster. We then go for a little tree farm that will give us wood so we don't have to venture out too far. Obviously if we want loads of wood, we can go and get loads of trees. I then figured we could come across and do a berry farm as well. Now the berry farm gave me a little bit of thought because I started building a fence all the way around it and then realised actually I just want a little bit of fence on either side so as I can access it from any direction. Finally, we want some melons and some pumpkins, great for trading, and there are villages all around us. And some bamboo, because you never know when you want some fuel, and some scaffold. I decided that probably would be best if I put 4 turret-like structures on each corner. That's going to give me a good way to kind of enclose the entire base, making it safe from any of the nasties that might want to get in, and build everything that I need in it. But what I wanted to do was make it wood rather than the stone that's implied in the middle. So we've used wood and then used some strip wood on the inside to give a nice fascia. Put a little bit of decoration, although we will decorate it out a little bit more. We've also put in a strip wood floor because I do like those. These are going to be connected to each other, both on the floor and at a higher level, so we can make sure that they all link together. We've got a nice spruce slab floor there with stairs going all the way around to give an overhang. That will stop nasty spiders climbing up and in, and then we enclose that off so as we can stand on the top and shoot at stuff that might want to try and eat our faces. I'm then going to put a pod on the top so as we can put a nice roof on top of the pod. Now I thought I'd expand the roof out ever so slightly more than I would normally by using an extended A-frame, so we're using blocks and steps to give a lengthened feel for that roof. And I'm going to do a 4-sided roof so no matter which way you look at it, it always looks the same. We then increase the fascias on each side, but that makes it too blocky and too long in terms of that strip wood. So we put in a window on each one with some lighting. I then add additional lighting on the outside, just using some struts and some lamps, and then put in some extra detail, things like lamps on the outside, trapdoors to cover up the underside, and then I'm going to repeat it in the other 3 spots. So we've got our four, well they're not quite turrets are they, but our four towers that are going to go on the corners of our building. And now what we need to do is we need to get ourselves some walls that go between the turrets and give ourselves some protection, but they're going to need to have a little bit of width. And that width is going to allow us to walk along inside them and put things inside them, but also walk along the top as well so we can get to any point in our base really, really quickly. Let's crack on with that. I wanted to get these walls in keeping with the towers, so we're using stripped oak and oak logs. It's a bit flat, but we bring out the oak logs to give it another level of depth. I also wanted the walkway between the two towers to not be flat. Flat would be a little bit boring, so I'm making it a bit rope bridge-like, even though it's obviously not a rope bridge, so it goes down and up between the two towers. Now I wasn't going to when I first started this, but I decided I was going to match the inner wall with the outer wall just to give a little bit of continuity. Now I need to add some detailing to the outside of these walls just to break up that stripped oak. It's too flat there, so we need to put some depth in. A little bit of lighting and a little bit of green is going to break up all of that wood. I also decided this was a good opportunity, at least on this inner wall, to put some sugarcane so I can farm that up ready for making books and paper. I may do this on all the walls, I may not. Now I need to repeat it on the other three sides. All four walls are completed, but we've not got any way to actually get up to these yet. So we need to come inside these and we're going to do some work on the inside. We're not just going to leave it as grass. But what we're going to do is come to the middle of the lowest part and we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, punch out that and put a fifth one. That is going to allow everybody and anybody to be able to get up quite easily onto the thing. And we're going to do that on all of the sides. All done, and we have put sugarcane on the opposite two walls. So that wall, the first one we did, and the one at the back. We've not put it on the side walls. I've got some plans for them, which will come a little bit later, but we are going to come inside here because inside here we've got, well, it's grass, and you don't have grass on the inside, do you? I have already dangled some lanterns, so the light levels are good. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these grass blocks out, and I'm going to replace them all with, I think I can hear a wandering con man there. Oi, you are not welcome. That's why the gate's there. We're going to take these all out, create the floor, and then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take this out. I'm going to pop in that step, and we're going to remove 3 of those and put in the upside down step there. That means that we can come in and out of here dead simply, and we're going to do that all the way around. So I'm just going to finish off that, and I also might finish off the con man. So we've pretty much finished our base. Let's get ourselves inside for a quick tour. So we've just kind of parked it up just to go inside. I'm not going to go onto the inside just yet. We're going to go this way. First off, we've got our enchanting room, plenty of enchanting points coming in there, also anvils and a little bit of brewing. Coming along this way, you can find at this end we have got our bedroom. Carpeted it out so as to make sure nothing can spawn whilst you're asleep. Lots of storage and a couple of armor stands. Coming this way, all the way along to the end of this corridor, we have got some kind of semi-automated furnacing and blast furnacing, again with a lot of storage. And then obviously, very importantly for any base, we have got our portal, our nether portal, and also down here we've got a way to go down into our mine, which is directly underneath us. Now coming outside though, because obviously this is what's more important, I'm going to come up this way, so as we've got a good view out of everything, you can see all the way around. We've not done anything inside these little pods here. That is entirely up to you as to what you might want to put in here. You could put all sorts more storage, perhaps a little bit of some kind of automated farming system. Who knows what you'd like to do? But you can see what's going on inside the entire base from here. Coming downstairs, we've actually utilised this space really, really carefully. I've got my beef farm, so if I just come in here, get myself some wheat, come up here and feed these fellas. They breed up, they start to die because they have got a mob cap capacity in there, and inside this we are gathering up all of our beef and also our leather, which is very, very useful. Now I've got a tutorial on how to make this. I'll put a link in the description below. It's dead simple. We've also got a smoker here so as we can transfer all the raw beef into the smoker as we see fit. We've got a composter here that's going to give us plenty of bone meal when we put in things like, I don't know, maybe extra sugar cane or berries, or who knows, all sorts of stuff going in there. We've got 2 lots of sugar cane that we can do up. We've got our melons, we've got our pumpkins, we've got our all of our bamboo here. We've got our wood farm, which is brilliant. We've got crops, and here we've got our villagers. We've got a little villager trading hall here with a librarian, a cartographer, we've got a butcher, we've got basically everybody, farmer. You can see everybody's there that you would want to trade with. Obviously you can put whatever workstations you want in there to trade however you want. It's entirely up to you, but they were dead easy because look, the village is only there. You'd be able to get them over here, no problem whatsoever. It's a pretty self-contained unit. There is a base number 1 of our base series. It turned out a little bit kind of fort come castle like, which is fine. I quite like it. But you've got pretty much everything you need in this base. I don't know what else you'd want to add, but the world download is in the description below. If you want to come and live this base out and put it in your own world, or even play in this super flat, you go for your life. It would be an absolute pleasure to have you use it. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying it, and I will keep on making. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club. I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.